Hello everyone, my name is Brett. Sometimes I wear a beret, and sometimes I go to Target, usually for two reasons. One, to see if the Captain Cassian Andor Edu Deluxe Blaster is less than $80, and two, well, just to see whatever else is there. Now this is something I've passed for a couple of times now, and I finally looked up a few reviews of it online, and after hearing that it basically was a joke, I decided to pick it up anyways because I can. This is the Spy Gear Ninja Gear Wrist Blaster. Now obviously Wrist Blaster popped out to me because if you've seen anything I'm currently working on, bam! This is my current Wrist Blaster. A little different, and it is based off of also using the Spynet Secret Sleeve Shooter. Yes, Spynet, not Spy Gear, yikes. What interests me about this one now is that while the Spynet one does deploy, retract, all that jazz, it came with the ability to fire 2 darts, both proprietary though, and was $15 and claimed ranges of 20 feet. This one does not claim ranges, a little concerning, was about $9, and this one though looks like it can fire not just the darts that it comes with, which I hear are very sticky, but we will find out. There's the back. So I'm not having the highest hopes for this, but again, my intentions for this are not to basically make this the next wrist blaster necessarily. I am curious in about 3 things. One, firing. Can this be easily and reliably fired? 2, the performance. Is the range and accuracy consistent? Not good. Again, it doesn't claim ranges, and I'm not expecting it to break 30 feet, if that. But is it consistent? And 3, storage. If I do have this on my arm, can I still use that arm, as this one is kind of intended to? So if that actually works, then maybe Haircut here is having a good idea by carrying this around with him, and maybe there is some mod potential to make this worthwhile for a backup shot, but we will find out. So without further ado, let's cut right into it. After following these very complex instructions, I did manage to get the wrist blaster on, and actually it's pretty simple to operate. The darts, yes, are indeed very sticky. These tips are kind of gross. Load in the front, back. You have to push that forward, which kind of sucks, and you fire. So firing this thing with its darts is impressively awful. I mean, wow, like 10 feet guaranteed. Impressive. Elites are a little better. You might be able to expect double the performance out of that on a good angled shot. So yeah, we kind of guessed that one, didn't we? So now let me go back to those 3 questions I posed before. 1, the firing. Can it be fired easily and reliably? Yes, actually. This is pretty straightforward. I don't like that you have to push it back again. It doesn't have like a strong return spring or any. But I was surprised actually holding your wrist steady and just flicking your fingers to hit that kept it pretty level. Was able to fire where I wanted, and that was fine actually. The performance, is the range and accuracy consistent? Sure. I mean, we'll give that a solid C in terms of we expected it was awful, and we got that. So I think I could aim this pretty confidently. Obviously, your dart vary is going to affect the performance the most, and if you know that elites are going to be inaccurate, then you kind of fire accordingly. And the storage. This is probably the worst part because I don't think I could use this with anything else. When you put this on, the worst part of this blaster, I'll call it a blaster, because I'll call it a blaster because you aren't carrying anything else. This front part is terrible. I know this is like the Spider-Man blasters, but the fact that this is right at my palm means I can't actually hold anything else. Like a jolt might fit in there? I don't know. I'm just thinking small. And that's bad. And right here too, just these side parts really do not do justice to any part of your hand. And you can't move any of this down, obviously, because you're expected to fire it using this part. So this front part is, yeah, kind of a mess and does not really seem to lend itself to being used with anything else, which means that you go into battle with this only. GG. Which means that we need to open this up and see if there is any chance that this can be modded and saved, because, well, otherwise I don't really know. Undoing the 6 screws in the bottom will reveal 8 more screws. Alright, sure, why not? And finally, once you undo all those 8, you can open it up and get to the fun part. Alrighty. So here we have our catch, the draw. I need to flip this over, aren't I? Ooh, gross. Right here inside is actually, when the dart comes in, here's a green dart. When you put a dart in, you see how it's still effective barrel length is, well, there is no barrel. That's your effective barrel length right there. That's it. Just that back part of the dart. That is too good. So this right here is all lost, which means I think there is some room for improvement. And let's see if we can take this back part out. Alright, now it comes everything after 5,000 more screws. Here's our spring. Oh my gosh, this just keeps getting funnier. Look how small that is. That is beautiful. Our seal is pretty bad too, actually. This is definitely capable of being improved. And let's just pop this front open because it looks like it can be done. And there we have our little dart peg, which is flimsy enough to be broken by hand. Fabulous. Does not look like there's actually an air restrictor, unfortunately, which just means that here, another look at our beautiful barrel. Look at all the holes. So what I'm doing to hopefully improve this beautiful performance is that I did take out this barrel, dare you call it one, and I'm putting on some 1/2-inch CPVC, and I took out the little dart post in between the two of them so I could put the dart further back if I need to. I left the spring as is for now. I'll kind of try that out first to see if it actually works. Put some E-tape under the O-ring, added some extra lubricant, and that's all I've done so far. We're just going to play around with how everything fits, and if there's any positive signs or negative signs, go accordingly. Well, I gave up on that idea. Here's an X-shot plunger tube, and there's the other original plunger tube, so let's try that instead. Yeah, that sounds good. Alright, and this is what I'm going with for now. The Zuru X-shot has been cut down so it can fit into the original shell of the Spy Gear Blaster, and I'm going to put that all back together and see how it performs. The priming mech on the back is connected to the original priming mechanism of the Spy Gear Blaster as well. Alright, it's been some time now, but I think I've finally got it where I want, so garbage, garbage. Here are all the internals, and unfortunately they too are garbage, 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 garbage. And we're left with this. One modification you can see already is this top button on the top, and that is from the X-shot that I put inside, because all the internals are out of it, and what was instead replaced was everything. Just everything got replaced. So now You prime it as per usual. This unfortunately will stay back, and it fires as so. I need to attach this front part a little bit better because I had to remove some of the screw posts in order to fit the X-Shot micro shot inside, but the backs are still in for now, so don't worry about that. Don't worry. I liked it. Now I can have it either on the inside of my arm or the outside, so I can look more like Boba Fett. Whee! But actually the inside might be a little nicer. But I don't have to hurt my palm or my wrist when trying to grab something else. It's completely out of the way. And where is it? Load as per usual. And fire. That was kind of weird. I need to secure the front, like I said, a little bit more, but once I do that, it should be fine. And you're getting jolt kind of performances out of that. Which, you know, okay, that was my finger. I should learn how to fire it better. That is okay with me. I don't know if I'd keep this on my right or left hand, but you obviously need to use a second hand to fire it. So it fills a bit of a different role compared to what I have been working on. As a final verdict, would I recommend this blaster to be picked up? Well, I don't think I can totally recommend it. Unfortunately, it is very, very low power when you initially pick it up, and there's good reason, but because of that, you can't really upgrade the internals to your liking, which means that, as I did, I just replaced the entire assembly because I liked the general look of it. I liked the fact that it could mount to my wrist. It looked like a nice shell, and it seemed pretty durable for what I'd be using it for. That being said, I put something completely different inside of it, so I can't totally justify going out and getting another one of these and trying to fix it, because in the end, yeah, it's not very good. But maybe someone smarter than me will figure out a better method for modifying a blaster like this, and maybe we'll see some more wrist blasters come out in the future that can give us a little bit more performance and not be so painful on the hand. That is all for this time. Thank you for watching.